Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo, November 14, 2022. With a minor challenging aspect between Venus and Mars today, it's better to keep things simple. It can be challenging to read or understand people around you. At the same time, they won't easily discern what you want unless you spell it out for them, which is not what you want to do at the moment. Wants and needs are at cross purposes to one another. Focusing on the past or responding habitually in ways that didn't bring you success in the past are both to be avoided, but strong tendencies. Some introspection may help you center yourself and get in touch with your heart's desire, since the easier channels for releasing energy may temporarily be unavailable. It's best, although a little tricky, to pace yourself today. Getting onto the same page as a partner may also take effort. As the day advances, people are far less concerned about getting their way and more interested in sharing ideas. The platonic or intellectual side of your relationships assumes more importance to you, and it's an excellent time for new insights. Your kind gestures can help you get closer to someone, at least in spirit. A tremendously challenging day awaits you. You'll be facing one of the most difficult periods of the year. This is because today the mighty sun, our great luminary, stands across the sky from you in your solar 7th house of relationships and will become cast beneath the icy shadow of Saturn in your solar 10th house of career. Demands will be heavy on both sides from bosses and professional matters, leaving your significant other to resent you. Depression, hard truths, and ultimatums are likely to appear. If single, it's highly unlikely you'll have any energy or desire to meet someone romantic today. Do you feel aligned with your professional commitments? You should consider how ambitious your arrangements and relationships are alongside your career path when the Sun in Scorpio squares Saturn in Aquarius. Ideally, you may want to stand alone for your impressive accomplishments or even shine for your uniqueness that no one else can even come close to. But you will have to partner up, commit, or agree to some opportunities to sustain your success. Think about who and what you want to commit to, since it will play a part in the maturation of your career path. It is not until just before the moon is due to leave your income sector today that it catches up with Mars, for the first time since his retrograde turn here. As they align, this will give you a better read on the warrior planet's new focus on the past. While only just starting to move back, the moon can act as a trigger to get things moving a little faster. The aspect of the day gives you a feeling that anything is possible, and it is. But you are reminded by your body every day that whatever you do is greatly enhanced by a feeling of physical vitality. Take that "I can do anything" energy and apply it to your workout or exercise regimen. Plan your exercise for the week and stick to it, knowing that if you feel physically vital, you are more likely to succeed. Likewise, eat for success. Take time to make sure your expectations of others aren't unrealistic today. Patience isn't always a strong suit with this vibration. It's important to check in with your partners in both your professional and personal life from time to time. Make sure that they are feeling as comfortable with what's expected from them as you are with your own demands. Strive to attain greater flexibility and acceptance of others' limitations on a day like today. To do so will bring greater harmony to your relationships. Before leaving your income sector and wrapping up its first visit since Mars turned retrograde here, the moon is spending its final hours aligned with the warrior planet of the cosmos. After a friendly aspect to Saturn yesterday, for the first time since his direct turn in your career sector, this is giving you a better read on how this has changed the dynamics of both this financial and professional year. This also reveals that Mars and Saturn are still working as a team, with a new focus on moving things forward professionally while looking to the past for untapped income potential. In a case of perfect timing, the moon returns to your communication sector just as Mercury, in his final days in your relationship sector, moves into a friendly aspect to Neptune. This is the same aspect that Venus made over the last few days with the moon and Mercury, with the planet of communication able to build on from this while working together to ensure the communication lines are open. Our eyes in the sky. Saturn squares the Sun early this morning, and will have a greater sense of responsibility, duty, and structure. Attention will be focused on doing the most practical thing and whatever makes the most sense. Our emotional nature will ease into a more intense vibe. We could withdraw from socializing with loved ones and acquaintances. It can be harder to hold conversations under this influence, and avoiding important talks could lead to arguments. You will make a terrific new friend related to your job in some way. This valuable resource will be more important to you than you realize. This person is a little strange and awkward, but overall, he or she has valuable information that you can benefit from. What makes this a potential game changer and an opportunity for a major breakthrough for both you and your relationships is that this is the first total lunar eclipse in Taurus in 2 decades. What adds to this is the fact that the lunar eclipse peaks just as the moon aligns with Uranus, the planet of surprise, synchronicity, and the unexpected, and as the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication, are aligned in your relationship sector. This is the right trigger at the right time. Someone you work with will unexpectedly need your help. It is not necessary for you to completely drop everything for this person, but you should indeed try to help him or her. Work together and you will reach great success. Someone will pick you up and take you under his or her wing. This extra support will be of great benefit to you now. Don't resist this assistance. This boost is the exact key that you are looking for. Together you can soar to new heights. Protect your energy if you have to at this time. Be aware of your perspective amid other opinions. During this transit, we could be more likely to sacrifice our own needs and let people push their agendas on us. Focus on yourself to avoid uncomfortable moments with others at this time. Just after midnight, the Sun squares off with Saturn in Aquarius, putting us in a heavy headspace. We feel restricted, unable to act the way we want to. While the Sun is in Scorpio, all our desires and passions come into sharp relief. Yet, Saturn reminds us that we have obligations to others. It is not always about us, and we must work to earn our keep. It can also seem as though we are up against the clock now. Deadlines or time limits provoke extra stress, and instead of rising to the task, we look for vices to distract us. We are not above creating chaos, pulling the fire alarm to get out of taking the exam, so to speak. But our duties aren't going away. If we rise to the occasion, we can exit this period with a feeling of accomplishment. If we avoid our responsibilities, they will only catch up with us at a later date. This is something that at this time of year can energize both sides of the financial fence and act as a trigger. However, both sides are so ripe with potential and support it was only ever going to take the smallest trigger, and this is the granddaddy of them all. This could have unexpected implications across the income, work, and career fronts, while a real breakthrough is possible on both sides of the financial fence. It is in the second half of the week that things will start to settle. Following this, the Gemini moon squares off with Neptune in Pisces, causing us to misread interactions and deceive ourselves. Our idealistic nature can be taken advantage of by those who sense our confusion and vulnerability. Yet, we are typically the ones who volunteer ourselves for disappointment by putting our trust in the wrong people. Exercise discernment to avoid compromising yourself.